Alrighty everyone, welcome back. We are getting closer to the middle point of 2023, and with Star Wars Celebration now a thing basically of the past. We've got a lot of announcements when it came to Star Wars movies, updates on the existing Star Wars shows like Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, Ahsoka, and more. D23 later this year is going to be the real deal when it comes to new TV show announcements. We have a lot of things on the horizon by John and Dave, and also even George Lucas helping out on the other end of the spectrum here. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future Star Wars updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, it's been well over 2 years since Gina Carano got fired by the hands of Kathleen Kennedy and those over at Lucasfilm in the most improper way possible through social media, through Twitter hashtags and stuff around those lines, not even giving her a phone call or even an email or calling her into the office, nothing like that at all. And it really was quite offensive to everybody that actually has been following, how Lucasfilm operates as a company. Now, when we look at everything related to that, we know that John and Dave have been endlessly working on a remedy to the whole Gina Carano scenario, and even the Disney executives welcoming her back with open arms. The biggest deal right now is that it's all up to Gina, and it's all about exactly how they're going to organize Gina Carano's return as Cara Dune into the upcoming Star Wars universe. So let's kind of dive into exactly what some of the recent developments are, and exactly how this really involves Gina Carano even all the more so. Now, we know that John and Dave are making the Star Wars universe an ever-evolving experience. Basically, they are really focused in on making this something that is going to be very expansive, just as much as Star Wars Legends was. That's how far they want to go. However, with many upcoming Star Wars projects in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, it's described that many Disney executives are attempting to create a remedy for the Gina Carano situation, in which one of the developments is very promising and exciting for the fandom. Now, it's noted that recently Disney accepted one of John and Dave's pitches to them about the return of Gina Carano as Cara Dune, and that they are requesting many of her scenes for The Mandalorian Season 4 to be mixed in together with scenes for Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker. With both Luke and Ahsoka already aimed to be prominent figures in Mando Season 4, they are using the Cara Dune character to have a couple of scenes with these two figures in the upcoming 4th installment that Disney is now moving ahead with. Executives recently approved John and Dave's pitch and are allowing them to storyboard these scenes together further, so that they can actually get a visual idea on how the scenes are going to play out for battle scenes involving a team-up between Luke, Ahsoka, Cara Dune, and others against Thrawn's army. Now, let me stop right here for 1 second. Now, we know that basically John and Dave are setting up the heir to the Empire era, as seen in Star Wars Legends. This is going to be a very big deal. Everything related to that is going to be very much involved, having a lot of Legends stories coming back into the equation. And we also know that John and Dave are on their A-game when it comes to Star Wars Ahsoka. They want to make sure that this is going to be a hit, that it's going to be a home run, and so far, to be honest guys, the trailer for me, it worked. It actually had a very good flow to it, very good editing, great music, and though there was some unfinished footage in there here and there, they still have to tweak things a little bit in post-production. So far, so good on my end. I think that they are doing a wonderful job on that, based on the trailer alone. Now, on to the next thing, alright? We already know that basically Gina Carano's Cara Dune was more or less of a minor character, not necessarily a super major character in Mando Season 1 and 2, but they want to make her more on the same exact level of the main characters like Din, and of course Ahsoka, Luke, etc. And that's basically what John and Dave are aiming to do. They want to have her heavily involved, not just in Mando Season 4 or Ahsoka Season 2, but also in the reformed version of Rangers of the New Republic. They are actually reviving that show, giving it a brand new title, and this is going to be done in a very surprising way for fans that they are about to announce also at D23, so that's another show that they will be presenting to fans. So, here's the other deal, alright? Here's the flip side to the coin on this, is that they have up until June to really make all these plans currently concrete, alright? So that's what Disney executives are brainstorming right now and are allowing John and Dave to do up until June. So there's a lot of things happening. On to the next piece is that John and Dave, alright, their focus is to expand the war against Thrawn's forces and the remnants of the Empire. Gina Carano has been contacted about this plan and how it was accepted by John and Dave, and she is said to be impressed so far. Disney is going the extra mile to be making this a concrete decision about her involvement of Cara Dune in this nature by this June for Mando Season 4 and others. As John and Dave are now rewriting parts of the script to enhance the story after getting criticism over Mando Season 3, Gina is planned to be one of the main characters as Cara in the 4th installment, and also in the 2nd season of Star Wars Ahsoka, which by the way is in the notes phase right now. Further, Cara Dune is set to get a complete redesign for the upcoming projects, once her involvement comes to go further into development by John and Dave, with also making her a main character in Rangers of the New Republic. So again, we have a lot of things going on with John and Dave. They want to make sure that all of these installments, all of these new shows are going to have a lot of references and or cameos or major scenes involving Gina Carano's Cara Dune. And they want to make her significant after what happened to Gina so wrongfully back in, back in a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago in 2021, within February to March, that whole time frame of that year, where the whole Gina Carano scenario erupted, right? And so, this is a very interesting thing, the fact that Disney executives are really just ramping it up and allowing John and Dave's pitches to enter into production, putting all of this into the storyboarding process, really letting this actually happen is a big deal. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this may or may not cause a bigger division within Star Wars. I know that there's a lot of fans out there that do not want her back, that do not want her to come back into the franchise, and basically Disney's trying to create a balance for that. How can they really balance that out without creating more division? That's a big obstacle that they're going to have to go through, because they realize that the whole Gina thing is a very touchy thing, and they have to find some kind of way to kind of regulate that. But anyways, I digress. The thing about this that's very exciting to me is that John and Dave's pitches are moving forward with throwing Gina Carano in Mando 4, Ahsoka 2, and the revival of Rangers. Those are the 3 main Star Wars projects that's going to feature Cara Dune eventually. And the way that she's going to be executed in those projects, it really all depends on the script, the style of the story, and exactly where they want to go from there. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below, fill me in below what you guys have to say about all of this, and let me know what you guys have to say about Gina Carano and Cara Dune return, and I'll catch you guys next time.